Me and Bill are gonna have a pull-up competition.
Yeah. The 1931 Ford Maxwell House truck turned out really, really cool. The challenge is making a trailer match the coolness of the truck.
Cool, man.
We're pretty much gonna build a rolling coffee shop.
It's gonna be long.
We have a couple builds that are gonna be dropped off this week that I'm super excited about.
1953 Chevy ice cream truck.
Definitely not much going on there, for sure.
2012 CTS wagon. So you're saying take the whole front end off and put a new one on.
Yeah.
What a one.
As a business owner, I know I gotta keep them bays full. Tack this one real quick.
Oh my God, man, what a combination, bro.
I'm Bill Carlton. I built my first truck when I was 16. And ever since, me and my guys have been out here creating with our hands. Building the biggest, lowest, baddest custom trucks and cars in the game. People don't come here for what they need. They come here for what they want. This is Texas Metal.
You said we were shopping for trailers. Looking
Yeah.
at a trailer land. Yeah.
You know, they got a whole lot to choose from, for sure. You know, after a whole lot of work, we got the Maxwell House truck looking really, really good. But the problem is they've sent us a huge grinder, huge roaster. I mean, there's not enough room in the truck to pack all this stuff. So to save a lot of time, I'm out here at Nationwide Trailers.
Bill, how's it going?
Hey, man.
Carlos?
Rudy,
Nice
how's
to
it
meet
going?
you.
Hopefully they have something in their lot that we can use and to build off of.
How can we help you? I see you looking around.
Man, we got a custom build in the shop, a 1931 Ford. It's Ford Maxwell House.
The coffee company?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
We're building a real cool truck. We put a diesel engine in it. Of course, lowered it with new wheels and tires. It's a dually with the stake bed on it. But, you know, the problem is they sent all this equipment to stick in the back of the bed, but it's definitely not going to fit. It's going to be way too cramped.
Okay.
So solution is finding that right trailer that we can put all that equipment in it, and we need it to match, you know, one uniform, cool, custom truck and trailer when it's going down the road or at different events.
Old Max with the new Max. Doesn't make it look like that.
Let me show you a couple trailers.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Cool.
We have literally thousands of different trailers that we sell. Figure if we look around long enough, we'll find something that works for them. I got this little utility trailer here, 14 foot to the back, two 3,500 pound axles and aluminum fenders.
I think we need a higher deck and wider. Basically, we're gonna build the trailer out so it matches the truck. So I need the deck height about the same because we're gonna build stake pockets around it and no rails on it.
I think we got something over here.
The key to this build is finding the right trailer, the right height, the right length, you know, just to tie everything in together.
We do a T8, that one tilts up and down.
I think they would have too much fun with that one.
This is a great height, man. This is gonna match the deck on the truck itself. You know, of course, this is too long for what we need.
I got a 16 footer on the other side of the yard. You think that'd be better?
Let's
Go check it out. I think this is what you're looking for. 16 foot, 102 inches wide with two 7K axles.
So if we only put 2,000 pounds on it, it's gonna be super bouncy.
So that's
huh?
what's great about these. They're not. I've pulled these before personally, and then they ride very, very smooth.
16 foot is absolutely what we need. I mean, this is double the length of the truck, so it's not too long. It's gonna be totally out of proportion. Already has spots for the stake pockets. We can just build right off of that, make it match the height of the truck. This one will work.
All right. When are you ready to do some paperwork?
Let's make it happen.
He brought the duffel bag.
Yeah. You know, this one right here is absolutely perfect. The length that it has is exactly what we need. 16 feet long, 8 foot wide is exactly what we're looking for. We can build off of this and make it match the truck perfectly. I'm gonna get this back to the shop and get going on it. You know, some projects are in and out. Some projects, you know, they take some figuring out. You know, old Max just turned out really, really cool. Now the challenge is making a trailer match the coolness of the truck. You know, making it one cohesive unit, you know, so it doesn't look mismatched. That's the whole challenge of this project. You know, it's gonna take a lot of time, a lot of creativity, a lot of talent, but at the end, we can hook this up to Old Max, take it wherever, it's gonna draw a crowd, and you know, it's not only gonna look good, they're gonna have a functioning coffee bar behind Old Max.
I like your trailer.
Mm-hmm.
That's a heavy-duty trailer.
It is. Just got finished up with the Maxwell House truck. Man, I love how it turned out. But, you know, the only issue we have, that huge antique roaster that they sent, definitely not fit in the back of that truck. Me and Carlos just got back with this to solve that issue, to put everything that Maxwell House wanted in the back of the truck on this trailer with way more room. I mean, we're pretty much gonna build a rolling coffee shop on this. So, of course, that big, huge roaster is centerpiece. So around that, we'll configure everything else that's in the coffee shop, right? Seating area all along the back. And of course, you have to wash, prep, you know, so we'll have a countertop here, sink in it, so you can do everything you need to do when it comes to that, right? Potable water tank, gray tank, generator. I mean, everything you need to make, present, and to clean up.
That's kind of cool. So it'd be like all just open, outdoorsy, coffee shop style deal, just kind of sun beating down on you?
Not so much, man. We need to build a canopy over the top, right?
Yeah.
And not just a roof. I want to build it so it closes up. So at night, they can lock everything up.
Yeah.
And in the daytime, they can open it up. So we'll actuate the sides.
Yeah.
So when it gets to where you're going, you can open it up, and we'll have more shade all the way around it also.
Good idea.
Yeah.
It'd be real cool.
Yeah, that'd be nice. So we're gonna have the big roaster right in the middle over the axle, I assume. Gonna have some benches, countertop, some sinks, some fresh water, gray water.
The canopy.
Oh, yeah. We got it.
You might want to write it down.
Yeah, we should probably write it down.
Probably should.
Yeah.
Of course, you know, the well-built trailer, it's definitely gonna do what we need to do, but first things first, we gotta start chopping it up a little bit to whittle down to the part that we actually need. So we're gonna get rid of a couple pieces off the back, took the wheels off just to get it lower, easier to work with so you don't have to step up and down all day long. And then we're gonna get going on it.
We're gonna cut off this back rail here on the rear of the trailer because it's not gonna be needed anymore and it will not be used. Watch your toes.
Yeah, I need to cut it right here. Hitting the lathe. We're gonna have to move the building over a little bit so we can move the lathe over a little bit, and then we'll be able to cut it. So give me a couple days. So I'm cutting here some 1/8 inch 4x4 square tubing. These are gonna be our uprights for our trailer. This is what everything is going to be built off of. This is gonna be our main structure for our canopy, for our entryway. We're gonna build our back wall off of this, our countertops, literally everything. Nice. We'll make 6 of these. 4 of them will be the same, 2 will be slightly different. They're gonna be in a different spot. Grab a couple of nasty rags and just start cleaning them.
Oh yeah, these things all earled up.
All right, these 2 here are for the center. They're 7'2". The
So-
4 are 7'6" for the corners.
Oh, okay, yeah, because it goes up over the fenders. Okay. Probably end up cutting that rail out, huh?
No, we're gonna French it in around the rail.
Just slide it down right on
Yeah,
there.
we're just gonna cut it. Bill wants to French the corners of these into the trailer. So torching the side of the trailer, or just setting these on top and only getting a weld on the base. We want to get a weld all the way around every corner. So we're gonna go down 6 inches on this, cut 2 inch out. French it to the corner, tack it. I'll let you know when. Yeah, right there. Get every post up, make sure everything's square, level, true, and just bam, 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 knock them all out. I think if I put some pressure on it like that, make it touch, then we'll be good.
Straight. Let's tack this one real quick. Man, we got a huge start. We got our 6 posts up. Now we're just gonna start connecting all the posts together. So we'll have the perimeter right around the top so we can start building the roof right off of that. Jobs like this are a lot of fun.
You gonna help me?
Yeah.
Put tag on that thing.
Man, it's always cool to not, have that repetitious day, the day in and day out of the same old, same old. I love jobs like this where we can get in and start creating and have that instant gratification where you start putting the pieces together and shoot, a couple hours later, you got something to look at, other than.
Man, that's why I quit pipe welding over that repetitious, same old, same exact thing every day. Just get yours kind of close and just hold it there and don't move.
You could do electrical all day long and still not fix the problem and just make you go home angry.
Yeah, this is way cooler.
Yeah. What was this again?
Should be 9 3 1/4.
No, outside.
You want to go outside?
Yeah. 97 1/4.
It's a super busy time at Extensive right now. Finishing up some really big builds with a ton of hours in them.
All right, you can go ahead and cut both M's.
Old Max, the 31 Ford, along with the coffee trailer that we have to build for it now. The 49 Ford, the GTO, and something really cool for someone you definitely heard of. As cool as that is, as a business owner, I know I gotta keep them bays full. So I have to get those next builds all lined up to go in as soon as we're done. We have a couple of builds that are gonna be dropped off this week that I'm super excited about. That's a cool wagon, man.
Yes, sir. That's my baby.
Those CTS, man, you don't see these on the road anymore.
No, this
Right?
very, very, very seldom.
Right, very few. I've only seen a few on the road ever.
So I came down to Extensive to get my 2012 CTS wagon up to date, give it a second chance at life. I have owned the car for 12 years, and the condition it's in right now is a little beat up.
I know they ain't made these in quite some time, huh?
In almost 10 years.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, no wonder I don't see them on the road that much, right?
Exactly.
I know they're still highly sought after because it's unique,
Yeah, yeah.
I see you got a couple of little paint issues. Are we just freshening up, or you just want to come with it?
I want to come with it all the way.
I love hearing that.
Okay.
And I got a couple ideas. I seen it rolling in, and man, I definitely see, of course, wheels and tires.
For sure. Yes, sir.
And you already know what we're known for is air suspension. We got to drop it on the ground.
Got to.
But if we're coming with it, I know they don't make these cars in a brand new version. And I know you can still get a new CTS car.
Yeah.
What do you think about taking that whole front end and grafting it to the front of this car? So basically, this will look like a 2024 CTS wagon.
Bill, so you're saying take the whole front end off,
Chop it off.
and put a new one on.
Yeah.
We can do that, Bill?
Man, if we're going for it, that'd be the way to do it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that way you're rolling around in what looks like a brand new wagon that nobody else has.
No, that'll be a one-on-one for sure. Bill's ideas goes way beyond what I was thinking I was coming here for. So just to think about that new CTS front end on a wagon, it blows my mind.
Yeah, we'd cut it, right from the fender gap forward.
Okay.
We'll cut it right down there and just grab that brand new front end right to
the whole fender. So all the body line, the door gap and everything's 100%. It'll look like it came from the factory like.
That'll look really cool, yeah.
What is that, the V6?
Yeah, that's a V6 build.
What is that, a
3.6 liter.
That's typical for this car, right? Just a CTS, not the CTS V.
Yeah. I wanted the V, but, you know, 10 years ago, I couldn't afford it.
No, I totally get that. But, you know, since we're got the whole front end gone and removed from the car,
okay,
it'd be super easy pull that engine out and replace it, you know, with maybe a supercharged 6.2, the
yeah,
LT4 in this, you know, over 600 horsepower.
Oh my God.
What do you think about that?
Oh yeah, I'm with it.
I mean, you're talking about a tire shredder.
Yes, now we're talking.
I mean, that's basically a brand new CTS V wagon
now we're talking.
that you can't get anywhere.
What a one.
That's it, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it has to be right at the end of the tubing. So, actually like that, right? I want a curved roof on the coffee trailer. That way to kind of match the roof of the truck, and then we can put a canvas over it. First up, we're gonna have to roll all those square tubes.
All right, we got some 1.5 inch. This is gonna be for our top canopy, and this is gonna hold whatever we decide to put up there. Rolled a couple of them so far. We're gonna keep on rolling.
So we got our 1.5 inch square tubing rolled in a rolled bender, and it looks like we're wasting a lot of material, but when you roll that through the roll bender, it burns about 8 inches on each end. So you have 8 inches that is just flat metal. We just transferred the measurements off the trailer onto the table, and we have our exact dimension of how to chop this out.
Just clamp something here, so all you gotta do is butt to it. All right, so we rolled all this 1.5, got it all cleaned up, trimmed up, everything's looking good. We're ready to go throw it onto the top of the trailer now, get them lined out where they need to go, and then we can really start seeing this trailer come to life. See if I can step on it. So right now, Jamie and I are laying out every one of these ribs that we've rolled, and we're just trying to match them. We want them all to have that same shape. Yeah, no, that's good. At 16 feet, we can start laying out our marks. We're gonna go every 15 inches. We got 16 feet, we got 13 ribs. We're gonna lay them out on center. We'll get them all straight like that.
That looks pretty good like that.
We like the way these are all laid out. They're all in place. We'll tack them, and then we'll have a roof.
You know, the cool thing about building a coffee shop trailer, there are no limits. We can build pretty much anything. You know, I have it in my head what that's gonna be. But as we go, we can make those little changes to make it cooler and cooler. Now that we have the frame up, we're gonna make those windows that actuate up. So we got some 2x2, 16 gauge square tubing. We're gonna build a perimeter frame on the inside of the trailer walls. We're gonna line these with canvas, so when you're going down the road, you can have the trailer all closed up. And then when you get to where you're going, we're gonna actuate these so it comes up, so you have even more shade all the way around the trailer. So it's gonna be pretty cool. Little C-clamp here, little C-clamp up there. We're gonna make 6 of these total, so we're gonna set up a quick little jig on the table so we can knock them out pretty quick. We'll get these all tacked up, welded up, and off to the trailer.
Cool.
We got all our canopy frames finished up, got everything welded, buffed, sanded, looking good. So now I'm gonna go ahead and start putting our hinges on here. We got some really heavy duty hinges. We're gonna go ahead and put these on the top, allow it to open up and close. I'm gonna get these thrown on, get them welded on, and then we're gonna get them all put on the trailer.
Mind giving us a hand real quick? Just, tacking this up on the very front. Oh, let's go.
I'll reach that corner over there, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Need to spin it, yep.
I'll set it down up there.
All right.
You got it? Yeah. What is it? Knock you off. Cool, man.
They're working on the trailer for the Maxwell House coffee truck. They've got the top built, everything's framed out and ready to go. So I'm gonna take canvas. I have to make a top for this thing. I mean, it's big. 101 inches in one direction and 192 in the other direction. It's gonna be long. Since the piece was so large, all I'm doing now is just verifying my ends are square. Once I got it all squared up, I got to roll out another, get them cut exact the same size. Then it'll be time to start sewing them together. Fantastic. Well, managed to drag out enough material, got it all cut up, got it squared up. Doesn't look like much, but it's ready to go. It's gonna be a lot of work, so get it over the trailer and we'll move on to the next step.
For the Maxwell trailer, we're doing the actuators now to lift up all the doors. So we're gonna take this DOM, we're gonna turn down the end of it to miss the body of the actuator when it goes up and down. So I'm gonna turn the end down, about come in a 1/2 inch and go down about maybe 3/16 or so. We'll try it out, make sure it clears. If it clears, we'll cut 6 more. So using the lathe is a little bit better in this because I want to turn down the whole end instead of using a grinder and cutting it. This makes for a nicer piece. It's a machine look. It looks like, you know, we put some effort into it. Like that, we got our piece. Let's go try it out, see if it works. We got our actuator here. This is how it's gonna pivot when it's going up and down. That's exactly what we're looking for there. This bottom bracket here is gonna hold the bottom of our actuator. Very important to get this, that one, 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 that one. Every single one of them has to be on the same plane because if they're not, the door will open in different ways. It's gonna get stressed out, it'll try to flex. Nothing will work properly. I can put this guy here, and now we can build off of this top support that runs the whole back of the trailer. Now that we know our measurement from the bottom to the top of this here, we know exactly how long our piece needs to be. Dustin's cutting that over there. We'll get that tacked in. And now it's just a matter of just making it look cool, man. Giving it a little bit of strength, a little style, something like that. I think that looks pretty dang cool. If it was my trailer, I'd be happy with it. So I got this one coped and cut like I want it. I can get it tacked in, and we can move on to the middle. It does look pretty cool, actually.
Yeah.
This back door is super simple because we made this extra little structure here to be able to bolt off of. You got Jesse to burn out 8 of these for us. All we gotta do is put this guy up here and tack it to the top right there. Once it's all bolted in, we'll test these actuators and make sure it works.
What's happening?
Hey, how are you, sir? Eddie James.
Bill, nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you, Bill.
What you got going on here?
So got an old 1953 Chevy ice cream truck.
Man, that's definitely unique.
It is. It's not something you see every day.
Definitely not, man.
So I know the project that I have is unique, and I knew the perfect place to bring it would be to Extensive. Bill does some of the most amazing metal work, paint work, and just all around custom build.
So why ice cream truck?
So my daughter and I work with a couple of different charities in our community, and so we're just looking for something that would be unique, that we can take to charity events, can hand out ice cream to the kids. What a great way to give back, right?
Yeah, I love it. You know, people build cars for all sorts of different reasons. You know, most of the time it's for a car show. You know, most of the time to have that trophy in the garage, but in this case, it's really cool, you know, that he wants to build this just to give back to the community, just to go out and meet people, have a good time, and share some ice cream with them.
So this truck in particular does have a little bit of movie history, such as Cheech and Chong, Nice Dreams, and Raiders of the Lost Ark, Crystal Skull.
Oh, wow. Hopefully we can add to that history.
Absolutely.
So what do you want to do with it?
So, you know, of course, it's kind of old and tired and bland looking. We want to really kind of make it shiny and really cool. Whenever you pull up, it catches a lot of attention.
You know, the truck's already super cool, but would definitely make it cooler is making it a little lower. You know, definitely new suspension, front and back. I mean, when you pull up somewhere, you dropping it down. It's already going to attract attention, but that would just draw a crowd, and that's even more ice cream you can give back.
That's right.
You know, new wheels, new tires, get that stance down good. You know, make it look real cool. And are you stuck on white?
No, actually, I would love to put some color on it. Even a two-tone, but I'm leaving that totally up to you.
So just come up with the color that fits it and just attracts attention.
Absolutely. Whatever you think looks best.
We definitely got you on that, man. As far as the interior, I mean, you pretty much only have seat covers, but you know, come up with something fresh and clean. So not only it's what you sit on, it's what you see when you're walking up to the truck itself, right? We need to come up with something that just, you know, not only comfortable for you to ride in and, you know, looks good and fits with the rest of the truck also.
Sure. And the seat's a little high, so the windshield hits me about here. So, you know, getting a cool seat would be really nice.
Definitely. And definitely got to put some stereo in there. You know, that's part of the ice cream truck. You got to hear it before you see it, right?
I agree.
What you got going on under the hood?
So it's got the original 6-cylinder, so not much going on there.
Let's check it out.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely not much going on there, for sure. You know, I think on something like this, just the best way to do this is to just rip all this out and just start fresh. Put a, you know, later model LS engine in it. That way you got plenty of power, plenty of reliability.
That original 6-cylinder didn't have a whole lot of power even when it was new, and it's definitely tired. So some horsepower and reliability, definitely what I'm looking for.
Man, that's just all wood in there, huh?
Yeah, I believe that may actually be the original stuff from 1953.
That's crazy. I figured it'd be stainless all in there, right?
Right.
But does it work now?
As far as I know, none of it works.
You know, I'm no refrigerator guy, but we're gonna figure out a way to make this happen, make it work for you.
I knew we came to the right place.
Yeah. Builds like this ice cream truck, they just pushes us fabricators. And getting them in now, it just gives us more time to figure out that right approach to take them completely over the top.
Me and Bill are gonna have a pull-up competition.
But we can't get too distracted. We still have a lot left to do on that coffee trailer for the 31 Ford.
Come on, dude.
We're basically building a rolling coffee shop, so you gotta have a place to sit. So what we're gonna do is build a seating area back here with some storage underneath it. So right now we're gonna lay out how it's gonna look, frame it all out. We'll have some butcher block on top. We're making our framework all out of 1x1 square tubing, so it'd be plenty of support. It's 73 divided by 3.
24.5.
24.5. Yes, sir. We got our counter space. What we're gonna have is a little L shape here. Have a little bit more prep room. We've got some butcher block top. I think it'll all look really, really good with the same stain all throughout. Where I'll have our cabinets underneath there so to hide all our water tanks and plumbing. You know, they'll have some storage under here too.
Since we've used the butcher block on the countertops, we're gonna carry that theme out through the back. We're just gonna use these butcher block tops, cut them up, and make the benches out of that.
What are you doing on the board?
That's gonna be the guide for the router bit. We're gonna put that right on the line and then flush trim to it.
Okay.
That's what this is for, double-sided stick tape. That'll guarantee that we have a perfect 45-degree miter in the corner. These blocks are so thick, it's hard to get a saw to run through. You try to go through with a jigsaw or something, it'll walk. So we're just gonna give it a good clean cut with a router. Perfect.
It's nice.
Miters look good, angles line up.
So you got the good height, huh?
Yeah, that'll work. So what's the size of the table?
32 by 24.
Okay, that'll fit. What if I take the tabletop, I can fit it in my laser, and I can laser the logo, their new logo, into the top of the table. That way, kind of personalize it for the trailer.
That look good.
Cool.
You know, I just can't wait to get done with all this so I can enjoy a cup of coffee right here.
Well, I'm gonna enjoy one with you, so.
Right?
Let's get it done.
Let's do it, man.
Yeah, it's a big moment right now. We got a whole lot accomplished on the trailer for that 31 Ford. But what it's all about is making coffee. So we have this antique roaster to get in place. This old roaster is about 2,000 pounds.
Please keep a hand on it.
So we're gonna have to wrestle it up in the right spot,
We're good.
preferably right over the tires so the weight's a little more distributed. You see where we go from there.
That pipe.
Okay, it's on them.
That what we want is the pipes all the same spot. You know what I mean? You know how you get a big-ass heavy safe in your house?
Yeah, no.
Golf balls. Golf balls. Put them wherever you want.
All right, you ready? Just easy, just go slow.
You want to steal a little technique from the Egyptians. You know, they roll those big old blocks on timbers. We're gonna use pipe here.
Is it gonna miss the wood in the corner over there?
We should. Roll it right into place. That's gonna be home.
2, 3. Ish. There you go. Cool.
I'm working on the tabletop for the Maxwell House trailer. They sent over a file of their logo, so I'm gonna take that and get that imported. I gotta do a little cleaning up on it. As you can see, there's a lot going on here, mainly in the coffee cup and the drip. I'll get it scaled, sized, get it into the laser, and we'll get it running. This will probably run for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. Not anything else I can do with it except for waiting on it to get finished, so I'm gonna go get busy and work on something else. All right, so everything worked out good. Got it centered up, placed perfect. So next step, round over the corners and it's off the stain and this thing's done.
It's heavy.
It's too heavy to handle over there. So it's a template that I'm gonna route to so I don't have to screw something up over there. That is that. My job's done. This thing worked out perfect, so we'll send this off, let it get finished, and I'm gonna go find another fire to put out.
Come over here with it.
Sit back.
Bill dropped off the countertops. Everything looks really good. John did a really good job lasering the logo. So we're gonna get them prepped out. We're gonna get them finished sanded, do a spray stain, and make sure they look really, really nice on the trailer. So first thing we have to do, we've got to fix all of the imperfections in the substrate. We're using a light to make sure that we can actually see everything. That's gonna highlight every imperfection in the actual countertop. So we're actually gonna use an iron and a wet rag. The heat is going to swell the wood, bring it to the top. So we can see that now the imperfections are starting to raise up. Oh yeah, those came out real nice. All right, cool. So now that we've got everything dry, this is ready to sand, and that'll be the final step before we go ahead and stain. Whenever we're sanding, we just want to make sure that we go in an even pattern. We don't want to go too fast. If we do, we might end up with sanding swirls that are going to highlight through when we go ahead and stain. We've got our clear coat picked out. We're gonna make a stain. It's important that everything is 100% food safe since they're gonna be serving off of this, and that's what this product's gonna do for us. Since this butcher block has multiple species of wood, it's important that we actually use a spray stain so everything's uniform and looks consistent. All right, guns loaded, let's get staining. Awesome. Now we've got everything stained. We're ready to put the food safe clear coat on top. These countertops are going to be well protected for years to come.
We've had some great builds together. We've had some fun ones. We had some really challenging, and we've had a lot of
overnight scenes
and but ones too. And that's what's cool about what we do around here. It's the wide range of everything. We'll build a car for Earl Campbell, and then we'll build a motorcycle trailer.
Something totally out of character. You know, it's not really a vehicle, doesn't have a motor, but come to the guy, we're gonna build it.
The barbecue truck, like the tanker truck, we turn it.
I'll strap me inside that thing and then pop me over.
Yeah.
Definitely one of the favorites was the buggy. You had this idea. We had stuff mocked up with flat bar and chipboard.
Yeah, just building it completely from absolutely nothing.
That's
there.
right. Boom, before you knew it, we had a cage on the table and it just started coming together so fast. One of the great things about working here is seeing what he imagines just start coming to life, and all the hard work, the late nights, all that stuff goes right away when it's done.
When we first took in the 31 Ford truck, you know, I wasn't even thinking about a coffee shop on wheels. Now that we're almost done, I couldn't imagine this build without it. You know, I'm really excited how this trailer's coming out right here at the end. We're painting the frame, and we're gonna add coffee stained floor to match.
We're at that point where we need to put that exterior wood right on this trailer. It's gonna kind of simulate what the bed of the truck looks like. Once we get this canvas on it, it's gonna tie everything together. We're gonna have our roaster in here soon. We're gonna have our grinder, countertops on it, sink, coffee table. This thing's gonna be something.
Finished the Maxwell House truck not too long ago. Now the trailer is done today, you know, which means the whole project's done. So we got Rex coming in.
What's up, Bill?
Feels like it just seen you. Hopefully he kept a secret on the truck.
Ready to see it, bud.
Let's go check it out.
The anticipation of waiting on this thing has been crazy. Been wanting to tell everybody, but definitely keeping a secret. More than ready.
We've been working hard at it, man.
I know y'all have. Oh my God, Bill. Man, what a combination, bro. That trailer's so huge too, man. I had no idea. Love the wood on the side, matches the truck.
It looks good together.
Man, it does. Got some wheels on that thing too.
Uh-huh.
Bill, I'm blown away. I'm blown away. The people in Jacksonville are gonna freak out.
Shoot, anywhere you go with this, people are gonna freak out.
Yeah. Matches old Max perfectly. You could tell it was Maxwell House just by looking at it. Man, this thing looks so cool all together.
You never see a 31 Ford 1-ton truck anywhere.
much
No.
less a custom 31 Ford truck. But then you pull up somewhere and you see the matching trailer for it.
It's amazing, man.
Everybody's gonna be blown away.
It's amazing.
I know you've seen the truck, man. Let's go check the trailer
All
out.
right. Wow. This thing's awesome, dude.
You had to have a trailer. You had a problem where we didn't have enough room on the truck itself to do what you needed to do. So we couldn't just get an enclosed trailer that it doesn't match. So we started out with just a 16-foot flat deck trailer. You just gave me the perfect platform to build what we needed to build for you. We started out with 6 posts and just went from there. Built a canvas roof and actuated canvas sides. So when you're rolling down the road, everything's enclosed out of the elements. When you get to where you're going, you open it all up, you're in business.
It's awesome. It's so sick, man. Let's see. Man, I know when we roll up to a car show and start opening this thing, people are gonna be wondering what's in there.
Rex, I see a lot of business trips to the car show for you.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's it.
Seeing that trailer, seeing the doors all opened up, seeing that big coffee roaster, grinder, so it makes you want to go up in it, see what it's all about, check it out. Maybe even get a cup of coffee.
Man, this thing's awesome, Bill. Love the woodwork. Everything goes together with old Max. Got the roaster and grinder. Got some tunes.
Yeah, man.
Everything nice and open up. Man, this is crazy.
We built all this cabinetry up front. You know, it's all that in the kitchen sink, right? You know, you have your potable water, your gray water tank, hot water heater. Everything is all under here that you need. Generators putting out 225 for that big old grinder. Got your roaster going.
Can't believe you got the big piece of equipment in there.
Right.
I know that's a heavy roaster right there.
Man, it is. It's over 2,000 pounds. It's heavy. Shoot, just the grinder's 350 pounds. That's why we place them, you know, right over the axles, because that's the best balance point for doing.
Well, it works well too, because I mean, we dump beans in here, they roast, and then we put them right in the grinder.
Straight into the.
Yep, got the water to make coffee with. I mean, couldn't ask for anything better. The roaster set up, the path of everything, the way we actually make coffee and work, it's gonna be killer. It's set up perfect. I love the idea of seating area. Got the Maxwell House logo on the table, sit around, drink coffee.
And man, you got some extra storage under there too, so all that flips up so you can keep all your coffee beans back there and keep weight on the backside of the trailer too. Of course, we had to hook the trailer up to match old Max, right? We stained everything with coffee in the stain, so we had to do the same here. So you're staining on coffee.
That's awesome.
Man, you see everything we got going on here. We had 16 foot, and it's still just what you need. There's no way all this was gonna fit and work in the back of the truck. So we had to build you a custom trailer on this. Always say, not just me, it's everybody at the shop making projects like this happen. You know, I appreciate each and every one of them, and I appreciate Maxwell House giving us the opportunity to build it for them. Man, I just love how everything turned out. You know, with this, with open air, people are just gonna be smelling that coffee. Whatever event you go to, man, we got you hooked up. And I know you're gonna make a bunch of coffee and a bunch of people happy.
They're gonna be blown away, man. It's awesome, man. Love it, dude. Thank you, my man.
Glad you like it.
Let's go work out some transport and get it to you, yeah.
All right, sounds good, man.